There's been very little to shout about at the box office this year, outside of Barbie, which brought in a worldwide total of $1.4 billion, and Oppenheimer, which, despite being a far superior movie, somewhat depressingly brought in less than that, but still a very significant $954 million worldwide. These figures are from boxofficemojo.com. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 brought in $845 million, which is good, but it's slightly less than its predecessor, Volume 2. Even the much-praised Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, which I think was a decent enough film, even that didn't really impress at the box office. It brought in $567 million worldwide, but that was less than Mission Impossible Fallout's $791 million, Rogue Nation's $682 million, and Ghost Protocol's $694 million. I was very surprised that Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning didn't do better. The Sound of Freedom was a surprise hit for sure. From a budget of only $14.5 million, it became one of the most financially successful independent films of all time, bringing in almost $250 million worldwide. But when it came to mainstream Hollywood films in general, it was a very poor year actually. Little Mermaid, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Blue Beetle, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, The Flash, and of course the Marvels, all underperformed, some of the biggest movies of the year. The MCU's biggest failure being, of course, The Marvels, but DC has just produced a film that has opened to an even worse first weekend than The Marvels. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is now in theaters, and it is an utter disaster. From a budget of just over $200 million, it has brought in just $40 million domestically on its first weekend, $7 million less than The Marvels did. The film has made an additional $80 million internationally for a combined total of $120 million worldwide. And to be honest, I'm not really surprised. The interest in this film was extremely low for the past number of months. I think what surprises me the most in all of this is just how quickly audiences have tired of superhero movies, especially generic ones like the ones we got this year. But I have to say, considering how mediocre the superhero movies were this year, coupled with the financial underperformance of most of them, 2023 might be the year that really hurts the superhero genre so much that even when a really good superhero movie comes out in the next few years, it might underperform at the box office because of the damage done by the recent succession of poor films. But as for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, it was so average as a film. It offered nothing of any substance and nothing new, and it just felt like pure fixture fulfillment on behalf of the studio. And 2023 has shown that merely going through the motions and pumping out copy and paste superhero movies to bolster a studio's movie catalogue or keep an IP fresh, it's not enough. It's not going to work anymore. There has to be creative filmmakers, writers, and producers who are genuinely enthusiastic about telling a great story. I want to see comic book movies being written and directed by comic book fans who have a burning desire to tell a particular story and see it come to life on screen, and for that passion to lead a project. Not merely corporate box-ticking requirements and bland, safe content output. I think 2023 has been the perfect storm of superhero movie failures because complacency has really set in over the past few years. When it came to the MCU, for example, Disney and Marvel perhaps became victims of their own success, with behemoth movies culminating in the two biggest cinematic events in the genre of our age, with Infinity War and Endgame. After that, there was a sense that they had to just show up and go through the motions with the MCU productions thereafter, as if fans would just lap up whatever is put in front of them, even if it gets progressively more laced with the message. Well, the good news is, it turns out audiences are much more discerning than that, and they are far harder to please. And also, you can only squeeze so many eggs from the golden goose. Now, I think we can expect more retooling of current in-production projects through 2024 and 2025. Of course, there will be doubling down when it comes to the message. I fully expect that, which really shows us that we haven't yet reached the bottom of the barrel, if you can believe it. But I think 2023 is the year that shows us the winds of change are constant, and they wait for no studio. The same old, just won't suffice anymore. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.